When a man goes silent during no contact, his mind becomes louder than ever before. He may look calm on the outside, but internally, he's fighting his own emotions. At first, he tells himself he's fine. He tries to act unbothered. He distracts himself with work, friends, anything, because silence forces him to think. And that's what scares him the most. Thinking about you without control. But here's the truth. No contact creates emotional pressure over time, especially when he expected you to chase him, and suddenly, you disappear. That's when curiosity starts growing inside him. He wonders if you still care. He checks your social media secretly, even if he pretends he moved on. One small post from you can affect his whole mood, especially if you look happy without him. Pay attention to this. Men often miss you in waves. During the day, distractions help him escape. But nights are different. Late at night, memories hit harder. Your voice starts replaying in his head. He remembers random little moments. Your laugh, your messages, your energy. Things he ignored before suddenly feel valuable. Because absence changes perspective. This is where it gets interesting. His ego starts battling his emotions. Part of him wants to text you immediately. Another part wants to stay in control. He keeps asking himself questions. Why hasn't she reached out yet? Did she already move on? Am I losing her forever? And those thoughts slowly become heavier, especially when the silence continues. Some men become emotional during no contact. They just hide it differently. Instead of talking about pain, they become distant, cold, or avoidant. Sometimes he suddenly posts more online, trying to prove he's doing great. But many times, it's performance, not peace. Because real peace doesn't need attention. Real peace stays quiet. But here's what most people don't realize. No contact also forces self-reflection. He starts replaying arguments in his mind, thinking about what he could have done differently. Sometimes guilt slowly appears, especially if he hurt you emotionally. He remembers moments where you tried, and moments where he pulled away. Suddenly, your effort becomes clearer to him, because distance removes emotional noise. This is where many men feel regret. Not always immediately, but eventually, especially when they realize your absence feels permanent. That feeling hits deeply. Pay attention to this part. Men often process breakups slower than women. At first, freedom feels exciting, but emotional consequences arrive later. That's why some men come back months later, after reality finally sinks in. He starts comparing other women to you, and something feels missing. Not because you were perfect, but because emotional connection is hard to replace. And once he feels that emptiness, your memory becomes stronger. This is where it gets dangerous for him emotionally. Because silence creates imagination. He starts imagining your new life without him, and that thought can consume him. He wonders who talks to you now, who makes you smile now. Even confident men struggle with this. Because emotional attachment affects the ego deeply. But here's the truth. Not every man reacts the same way. Some men reach out quickly. Others stay silent out of pride. Some genuinely miss you, Others only miss losing control over you. And that difference matters a lot. Because real love creates accountability. Ego only creates temporary chasing. So during no contact, watch actions more than words. A man who truly values you eventually feels the emotional weight of losing you. And when that happens, his silence usually breaks. Maybe through a text, maybe through a random excuse to talk, or maybe through emotional vulnerability for the first time. Because distance changes perspective. In the end, no contact isn't just silence. It's emotional confrontation. It forces him to sit with feelings he avoided before. And sometimes, that changes everything. So if you're in no contact right now, remember this. Silence speaks loudly in relationships, especially when emotions were real. And the person who feels nothing usually isn't the one staying awake at night. If this video connected with you, don't forget to like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, have you ever experienced no contact before?